Consultations are still important. Hey everyone, Abram the Realtor here with another video for you. Now, this is something that even to this day, with the way the market is geared primarily towards current homeowners as having the advantage, or even first-time homeowners that are, even though they're a little bit discouraged, they're still persistent and motivated to move forward. And that is, consultations are still key. Meaning, whether you're looking to place your home on the market or find your new home, in some cases both, meeting up with a realtor and his or her team, their lender, in some cases their title rep, if you need to, maybe an attorney or their TC, you name it, anyone in their team that needs to be involved, it's still important. Because one is you want to maximize the best use of everyone's time, meaning you want to make sure that as many questions are answered, you know where to go if you have any, or someone that's going to be involved in the process to help you and explain things here and there. Now, every agent's unique. Every agent has a different approach, as well as who's on their team. The consultations are also important because it determines whether or not you are in a position to move forward, or if you need to adjust a few things and take a couple steps back. Despite all that, many people just want to go to the process, want to deal with things, and just figure it out on the way to go. Regardless of any market, whether it's geared towards current homeowners or new ones, that is something I do not recommend anyone to do. There are multiple key reasons. I'm only going to highlight about 3. First one is possible solutions. If you need something to work on, that we need time, we want to know where to begin. In some cases, how much time is it possible or needed? Now, for some solutions that can be done in about a week, some can take a couple months. Without knowing, through the consultation, how do we know we need to resolve something, or if something does need to be updated or resolved in the first place? So that's something that's very important. Second reason, you get an idea how your agent and his or her team works. Now, we want to go with as much of your guidelines, finding you a home, as much of your criteria as possible. However, communication, along with understanding how the process works, is also key. Remember, sometimes we have to hold you back a little bit because we do look out for you. At the same time, we want to explain what needs to be done so that A, we're all on the same page. B, making sure that if whatever you need to do or it's asked, you have enough time, or you get an idea like, oh, okay, you know what, you prepared me, you let me know, you know what, this is part of the process, or you know what, I'm glad you did tell me because glad we didn't move with this step, this direction, you name it. Or we didn't take an offer like this because they would have asked A, B, C, or D. So there's that. Number 3, you want to be prepared, which is kind of a lead-in from number 1 and number 2, in that you want to make sure that besides having your questions answered, any concerns, and how the process goes, you at least know where you're at in the process too. Because a lot of times you're going to have circumstances where you can take things day by day. Other times, or other circumstances, you may have to do 2 or 3 things at once. You can get lost, confused, frustrated, you don't know where to go, you don't know where to be, what needs to be agreed upon, and all these things. But having a consultation breaks it down, explains the steps in as simplest as possible. Remember, every person, every scenario is different, and yet still gets the value that your realtor and his or her team will bring to you across as well. So don't avoid a consultation. Do your best to make sure that you follow along, and remember, the best decision you make is the one that you do now that benefits in the future. So your real estate needs, easy. Call, text, email.